using this actually tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be day one. Hello, hello. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Happy Friday night. We hope you guys woohoo! We hope you guys have a really good weekend planned. Hubby is actually going to be working Saturday and Sunday, so I'm going to be left to my own
Trouble.
my own troubles. Yes, my own things. But yeah, if you're in here and you can hear us, if you would share this out on your community tab, we would totally appreciate that. Welcome in Jennifer Ocean Homestead, Lori, It All Adds Up, Carol, Broke But Bountifully Blessed. Also, Carol at the Reluctant V Granny. There you go, V Granny.
V Granny.
Those are both her channels. So anyway, so tonight we're going to talk about something none of us really have time for, and really seriously, none of us want to do. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. But we need to. We have to. As women, we have to keep our houses organized. And we just totally have to. I'm looking to see, are we early?
Oh, right. And if you don't.
I think we were a minute or two late. We were just sitting there talking, and we do that. We were just sitting there talking, and we just lost track of the time. And I was like, okay, we got to go. We got to go. I saw that it said showtime.
We were doing it on purpose to keep the suspense up.
Right. Hello, Karen Gadiasi.
Yeah. So, like if something doesn't get done, if you don't get off your tail and do it, who's going to do it?
Yeah. Your husband is certainly not going to do it for you.
Well, yeah.
Most of the time, they're not going to do it for you. There are rare cases of men who clean, but I don't know any of them. I love clean. Oh, Jennifer, I need to hire you.
Lori, what's not working on yours? On mine? Is mine not working?
What's not working?
I don't know.
Are we both live right now? Okay, I'm going to check myself and you check yourself and we'll see what happens. Okay, I do show myself live. Is Heather live? Well, it does show that little thing. It shows Lori is on your channel. Karen is on your channel. Jennifer is on your channel.
Yeah,
Carol is on my channel. So, yeah, I think we're both going. So we're talking about spring cleaning, to-do list, and organizing. So I made up a list. Heather, you want to start with something on your list first?
Sure. You guys ready? Get your papers out for some notes. You got homework. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So you can get various dry erase boards to help keep you organized and to help remind you of important tasks that you need to do. Most people have a routine, of when you get up and what you do throughout your day, like the important things that have to be done. Like you got to eat, right? Hey, Troy, welcome in. But there's the extra stuff. Like I should probably what's an example?
Dusting
the bathroom or something. Like you need to go over the bathroom and really detail it or whatever. Like, things, clean the gutters out or whatever. So something like that could help you because you could wipe it off and move it to a different day. Say you ended up having a bunch of errands you ended up not expecting to, and you couldn't get that bathroom, sparkly. So you do it tomorrow. But, so that's nice that I had.
That's good. That's a good strategy. The first one I wrote down was pick one room at a time. That's one way to go with it. Just you could even make a schedule where each room is a specific day, and you could even do a Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
You could do a small rooms, like you could do a bathroom and a hall in the same day or whatever. Or you
Right.
could do both bathrooms in one day, maybe, depending on how bad they are.
Well, like
Something
for
like
me,
that. So
like
keep where your weekends are free. If you like doing things like that. Some people probably want to work Monday, Sunday through Saturday, but maybe not everybody
yeah,
does it.
whatever your schedule is, or like some people are night owls, some people are morning people, some people are midday, whatever. Like for me, like I have lots of indoor house plants, and so every Monday I water my indoor house plants. There's just specific things like on Sundays I sweep and vacuum and clean the bathrooms. Sunday's kind of my get things a little extra clean, routines. Like what day do you do your laundry? There was one time that I had, how many was it? Five? No, four of my own biological children at home and four foster kids. So 8 kids, school age kids in my house.
Hi, Nikki.
That's so weird. I don't know. Lori says it's still not working for her.
On mine?
Yeah, I think so. Anyways,
Well,
but
Nikki is on mine, the everyday life of the OCDist chick. Sorry, Lori, I don't know what's going on with that, but there are a couple of people in my chat and a few people in her chat. So, but if you can hear us, please share this out on your community tab. Go ahead with what you were saying.
There's small planners, bigger planners, tabletop planners, things like that you can do, getting into a routine of, what day do I wash my bedding? What day does your garbage need to be taken to the dump? Yeah, probably. Or like, because we don't do garbage service, so we do all recycling. So just all kinds of things. You have your normal day-to-day things, but there's the extra things, like for me, transplanting my seedlings into soil for garden season. So that's taken a long time because Heather done did too many seeds.
Oh, me too. I know. My mom was like, "Oh, I watched your video. Man, you have a lot of pots." She said, "I have some pots to give you." I'm like, I'll take them because there's something in there I didn't try because I didn't have any place to put it.
Hi, Robin.
Now I'm at the point where I'm squishing things in. So, one of my strategies I wrote down was 10-minute timer. I do remember they talked about this on Yogi Hollow Farm in Mountain Grandma.
Mm-hmm.
So set your timer on your phone or your microwave, whatever you want to do, and do one thing for 10 minutes. Just be like, okay, walk through your house. Okay, what's the messiest? Work on that for 10 minutes. You'll be surprised what you can get done in 10 minutes. So try that, especially if ADHD. 10-minute timer could totally help with that. And then, maybe go do something you like to do, like gardening or something, and then come back and set another timer for 10 minutes and just keep doing that. Reward work. And that works for people with ADHD really well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for sure. Like timers work well even for kids too. It's like, okay, I'm going to set the timer. You've got, 10 minutes to get your pajamas on, brush your teeth. And for an adult, it could be the same thing. Okay, I'm just going to focus on this one thing, like the dishes. Like, I really want to eat, I don't know, that piece of pizza or whatever it is that you want to eat. No, I'm going to get the dishes done first, finish it, then I can, or craft or whatever it is. Like, yeah.
Yeah, you may do that. Craft work. You may reward yourself with gardening or crafts or whatever your preferred activity is and make yourself work. Work, reward.
Yeah, and sometimes you have multiple, like millions of projects, and you don't have the time in your day, whether it's work or whatever kind of lifestyle you have. You can't focus like a half a day or a whole day on just like one thing.
This way you get something done.
Yeah, you can do a little, notch it away a little bit every day. Have your list of the things that need to, like, don't get attention, and schedule it for a certain day, 10 minutes or more if you can.
Yeah. Or less if you need less. So one of my ideas was a jar. So this is a mason jar. I have little sheets of paper and a pen. I'm going to write down, and I'm going to start this tomorrow. And I have done this before. So I'm going to write down activities throughout the house that need to be done. And I'm going to do an activity in there, depending on if it's a short one or a long one, because there's long ones and then there's shorter ones. And I'm going to pull that. Now, if it's something that needs to be done again, like I say do one load of laundry. If that's something that needs to keep getting done, I'll throw it back in. But if it's something maybe not, I'll put it in a different spot.
Yeah.
But this is a strategy maybe that might work for you.
Yeah, you put all your things in that jar instead of being overwhelmed with your mountains of lists, because my lists go on and on and on, right? And
Yeah.
so just putting them in there, and those are the random things that you don't have to get done. Like you have to get your dishes done. You have to some certain things you have to get done. You can't just let go for a month. Those have to be done. These are the extra things, like your bookshelf. Your books haven't been put on your bookshelf, or your crafts are a disaster, something like that. You put in the jar and you just grab one out. Okay, today I'm spending 10 minutes on it or more, and like Lori said, setting the timer helps her to stop. Like,
Yeah.
otherwise she'll just keep going and going, and then she'll maybe forget about
To do the things she needs to do, because she's doing the things she likes to do. And you could do the thing you like to do for hours, but the thing you don't like to do, you don't want to do for very long. So if you set yourself a goal, 10 minutes, 10 minutes on, 10 minutes off, or 1 hour on, 1 minute hour off, however is best for you with your attention span. Like, one of my duties is I have a shelf on right in the nook right next to the kitchen, and I want to clear that shelf off and put everything on it away somewhere else. And I want to make that my cookbook shelf. So that's a goal I have. So I wrote that down, and I'm going to put it in the jar. So when I get to that one, I'll on that day, no matter what, I have to do that activity.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, my lists are in my head, pretty much, but sometimes there's extra stuff that I will put on a list on paper or dry erase board or something, and put it on the refrigerator, because sometimes, like maybe somebody else can do some of the jobs too.
That was next on my list. Is number 4. I wrote down delegate. Delegate. If you have kids, delegate. If you have hubby, delegate. A roommate, a freeloader, somebody in your house, a sibling or somebody like that. Everybody needs a chore, grown up or not. If you have grown up children living with you, they need to be delegated chores to do too. It is not your job as a woman to take care of everybody. Some people need to help you and do some stuff themselves. Don't try to do everything by yourself.
Yeah.
Delegate.
Yeah, I mean, certain things, you know how to do it right, so you can't delegate certain things. So sometimes, like for me, I'm used to doing everything by myself. So delegating sometimes for some things is a little bit difficult. But
On the gardening, I did one thing a day. And then as it got warmer, I started doing more things. And now everything is mostly done. So just tackle one thing a day if you have to. Like I said, do one thing, do something, do work, and then do something good, fun, and do it like that. If I get all this done, then today I'll go to the swimming pool, or today I'll go out and work on gardening, because hey, I could work on gardening forever, even into pain and all this.
And another thing to remember too is all those little meaningful but seeming to be meaningless tasks that you do sometimes are unseen, like scrubbing the sides of the cabinets, or things like that. Nobody knows you did it, but you don't need recognition. But to keep in
No.
mind of some of those types of things that you do, and realizing that maybe somebody else in your house is, maybe doing some of those things that you're unaware of.
True. That's very true. So we've already talked about the obvious one, which is make a list. And maybe if a list of 10 items is too much for you, maybe make it 5 or
Mhm.
make it 2. Or if you're really, really busy, even just pick one item for that day and do that, you know. But
Right.
list is very, very important.
Yeah, and as being a person that has a hard time asking for help from other people, hello, Rat Racer, and who else just came in? New Horizons, Above and Beyond, welcome in. Yeah, so sometimes maybe if you make yourself write the list on a piece of paper or a dry erase board, then you can say, "Hey, I wrote this list. If you could, please, just look and see if there's some stuff that you could, complete to help out, and
Yeah.
just let it be known that it's there." So hopefully,
My mom and dad used to work together. He was a house painter, and my mom would go and work with him.
oh, good.
Hello, Rat Racer. Welcome in.
I
Uh,
just an update. The chicks are doing great.
oh, awesome. That's good. So, mom, Drops mentioned that his mom used to make a list on the refrigerator. Mom would go work with dad. And so, mom would leave us a list of chores for each of the 4 kids on the refrigerator. And it was the job of the older ones to make sure the younger ones did their job. And no matter how young you were, you still had to put dishes away, take the trash out. I mean, there's always little duties. You need to teach your kids to do stuff for themselves. And, you know, um, sometimes kids never, never ever leave home for whatever reason. And those kids need to learn to do some chores for themselves because it's very stressful on mom to have to do everything. Do not feel guilty for having your kids do chores. You are teaching them how to take care of themselves in the real world. And that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, so
Like,
I would kind of maybe say you were luckier in a sense that your mom put that list on the refrigerator of the chores, but there was
mhm.
4 of you. Even if all 4 of you didn't pull your own weight exactly, there were still 4 of you. For
Yeah.
me,
The big
I
ones get in trouble if the little ones didn't do their chores.
for
And
me,
also, if they didn't do their chores, we couldn't let them go out into the swimming pool. So all of us had to have our chores done before we could let all of us go out into the
right,
pool.
right.
But we wanted to make sure they got everything done so we could all go hang out in the pool instead of be doing chores, you know.
I would get your same list for the 4 of you for the one of me. I had to do the whole thing. I had
Yeah.
a lot of chores growing up.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. Another thing is, and Carol did mention this earlier, make a calendar. You know, there's the whole Google Calendar on your phone. There's also a planner, which she talked about earlier, a calendar of specific duties to do on specific days.
Post-it notes.
Yeah, Monday is laundry day, Tuesday is sweeping day, Wednesday is whatever day, Thursday is gardening day, Friday is whatever day, grocery day or whatever, and
Mhm.
kind of make yourself a list like that. That works for some people. Calendars.
Yep. Calendars, post-it notes. But you know what also? So quite a long time ago, I was taking a early childhood early childhood education class, and it was more so for like beginner people, but I got more out of it because I had more experience, so I was able to ask more questions. Anyways, it was really beneficial, and they talked about these refrigerator notes. And on these refrigerator notes, and this pertains to this, you post a little note or something up on your refrigerator or maybe your front door or maybe a bathroom mirror, and you you put down words of positivity on there. So maybe it's just you say, "Hey, you're amazing," and you do say that to yourself every day, right? But if you have family members, maybe it's something like, just different ways to talk to each other, and you practice like a word or a few words or a few sentences that you post to be positive in learning how to communicate with each other and talk to each other. And so I just thought I'd share that. But you also have to have, you know, positivity notes around saying, I got this, you got this, I can do this, whatever.
Yeah, encourage yourself. Put encouragement around your house. If you guys would share this out on your community tab, Heather and I would appreciate it very much. Whichever channel you're in, that would be great. We definitely would appreciate it. So while you're out there and you're doing all your organizing, so say I'm going through my ministry stuff right now, I make sure I put labels on everything. That way, when I've reached a box and I've taken everything out and I've organized, because a bag of donation could have t-shirts, bras, shaving kits, long johns, coats, all kinds of stuff in it. So what I'm trying to do right now, and this is the biggest thing I need to do, is my ministry. I try to label everything as I go, so when I come back to that box in the bright pink paper, bigger than this, but bright pink paper, it says Long Johns. That way, when I'm looking to go through another bag with Long Johns, I can put them in the same box. When I come to the box of shaving kits, they're all in one box. All the mittens are in one box. All the beanies are in one box.
So you don't have to be like opening and instead that one.
You only just touch it one time instead of touching it and moving it from the bag to the box, from the bag to where it goes. You know what I mean? And that way, when winter comes, I know where the long johns are. I know where the beanies are. I know where the blankets are. I know where the coats are. I know where everything is, because everything is labeled. And I only had to touch it once instead of touching it and touching it and touching it and move it around, label it. And then you won't have to just keep messing with it.
And that's another thing with your organizing of the things that you need to organize. Hi, Charles. Happy Friday. Having things in a spot or in an organization fashion that makes it easier for you to get to the next thing. Like, say you need to fix a door on a shed or something like that. If you've got tools spread all over the place and you can't find the one tool that you have to put up on the shed because dang rain is coming, right? Where do your tools go? Put them all in, that's the thing, put them all in one spot if you can, or two spots, So that's kind of like, like your cleaning supplies, having your cleaning supplies in one location, what you use for the bathroom might be different for the kitchen, might be different for the clothes or whatever, the floors and stuff,
Yeah.
Having it all messed up. So you're having
your cleaning supplies organized also helps you. Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just having a place for everything and finding a place. And if it's not, working on how to do that, how to simplify your life so that you can focus on more things that are more exciting for you. Like, I don't know, knitting, crocheting, crafting, welding, whatever it may be. Hi, Wanda. Happy Friday.
Writing, whatever. So this one's going to make a few people cringe. But number 8 on my list was throw things away. If you keep having to shovel things around on the counter, something on that counter needs to go. Which one of those, because I'm looking at my counter right now, which one of those things right there is the least used of all the items there? Is there another spot you could put it where it would not clutter that section? And just throw things away sometimes. I had a basket I was not using, and I was like, we're done with this basket. I keep shoveling around. I'm not using it. This basket is going in the garbage. And it went in the garbage. And now I don't have to keep moving it around the kitchen because it's gone.
Yeah, like Drop said, he has 10 toolboxes. I don't know if he already has it this way, but let's just use this for an example. You have 10 toolboxes with tools all randomly put in 10 toolboxes. Now, if you organized and put all the wrenches in one toolbox and all the hammers in another, so on and so on, right? Now you're going to also see how many wrenches you have. That one's broken. Why am I hanging on to it? Toss it out, because I got them all in one spot. Now I know what I have, like the hammers, or whatever it is. He says guilty. So, that for tools, there's so many tools, but especially for a guy, I know that, but label them, label makers. I just got a label maker. There's all kinds of, you can hand write them. I did that for years and years and years. I just got this little cute little label maker.
Yeah, I have a label maker too.
But if you can't get, it's not too expensive. If you can't get one, use a Post-it note. Use a piece of paper.
I wonder, Henry.
I
knew that one would make you guys cringe about throwing things away. But if you really assessed it and you don't have a place for it, there's also, instead of throwing it away, there's also putting it somewhere else where it's not so in the way, so that when you need it, you go back over there.
Yeah, that spot I never find it.
There might be a better spot for it, better than the trash. Number 9 on my list is donate items. So say you have a bunch of sleeping bags and you don't go camping anymore. Donate those to a homeless shelter. Donate some items. Donate your coats and your t-shirts, and because homeless people need t-shirts, they need socks, even used socks. I do take used socks, not used underwear, but I do take used socks because, in my opinion, that's probably better than what they have.
Yeah, you might be able to sell some of those extra tools. How many wrenches do you need? I'm just teasing. But yeah, you might. Once you put things into their places, it kind of has like a weight on your shoulders, and it kind of every now and then comes across your I still need to do blah 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 blah. I still need to do it. And then once you actually get it, it's like, now I can move on to something else that's,
more beneficial.
Yeah, shelving is definitely a plus. Shelving, totes, containers.
Yes, totes. Yes, spend some of your money, if you can, on items to help you with organization. If you can't afford to buy new totes, then there's always trash bins where the stores are throwing away good clean boxes that you can use. So boxes are free if you can't afford totes. There's always a way to go with it. So this is another strategy I remember from when we watched Tammy and Lisa doing their live about organizing. If you can do it in 2 or 3 minutes, instead of having to go back to that activity, just do it right then. If it's something you can do it in a minute or 2 or 3 minutes, just get it over with. Get it over with. Get it done. Get her done.
So Drops, you have some goals to work on. And I would be really curious to see if you've tried using anything that we've talked about today, if anything's helped you. You're printing labels, and Wanda says that she buys baskets. I do too. Estate sales, garage sales, thrift stores. Some of them charge way too much, but some of them are just like,
know your Walmart, your Dollar Tree, your Dollar General, your Family Dollar. Know your prices at these places.
Thrift stores.
You're buying something used, if you're getting a deal, because thrift stores can sometimes be a good deal and they can sometimes be a crappy deal where you would be better off just buying it new.
Well,
so
here's
you
an
know your
example.
prices. Know your prices.
Uh,
Also,
oh, sorry.
number 11, I wrote down set goals. So set goals for what you want to do. Maybe get out one of my little, I don't know if y'all know this about me. I'm going to admit this. It's kind of crazy. Have a index card addiction. So I have white note cards and I also have colored index cards. And I'm constantly writing things like today's live. This is today's live. This is what we were talking about today, and this is my list. So I'm constantly using these for collaborations. So index cards are great, but you could take one of these and you could write out. So say on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, make up your list of what you're going to try to accomplish during that week. Put it on your refrigerator and try to work through that list. If there's something over at the end, instead of beating yourself up, just add it to the new list. But try to get as much done as you can. And also visit your little chore jar and pick out something at random. When it comes up, you have to do it.
Because if you don't have any money, if you get one of your tasks done, like organizing your toolboxes, kidding, you might find some stuff that you can sell and make some money to buy some totes for some of the other things, or shelving. Like,
you could sell something that you don't need or you have too much of to buy something you currently want.
Yeah, I'm always being extremely thrifty. A long time ago, I worked at Target for a little while, and I always knew when things went on clearance. And they had these holiday dish sets, like I think it was like a 4-piece, salad, whatever, right? And they were originally like 30 or 40 bucks, right? Well, they clearance down to $6.24. Well, whatever didn't sell went to a donation center. I won't say who they are. And they were in there and they were selling them for 25 bucks when they were on clearance for 6 something at their original store. And it's like,
you remember the herb I was trying to remember earlier to tell you?
Yeah.
Plantain leaf.
Oh yeah, plantain.
There's
actually 2 versions of plantain. There's an English version and a native version. But they're both the
whatever
same.
the more medicinal one is what I have. Because I got it from Lisa at our Georgia suburban homesteader.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to donate, or if you need some new shelves and you have something that you can make a few bucks over, and like I'm all for buying shelving and things like that used. And if you don't like the color, just paint it.
Yeah, that's why we get a lot more women's socks and clothes donated than we do men's, because usually when men's are done with their stuff, they're pretty raggedy and need to go in the garbage. Yeah.
Well, see, I will save old jeans, but that's because I do sewing.
Yeah. You have a purpose for it.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep your purpose items in a specific place as best you
can. I do.
Can.
My dining room and my sewing room.
I'm in the middle of converting. Okay, I'm taking my craft room and my daughter's old room, and I'm going to combine craft room and homeless ministry room together into the bigger room. The smaller room is going to now be our guest room, where hubby's going to have his closet and his dresser, and then we'll have company there and he can decorate it in some kind of manly way, because our main person that visits us the most is his uncle and occasionally his sister. But that's about it. That's really all the company we have, and both of our daughters live here, so not really anybody that comes over.
Yeah,
it's mostly we're gonna take the twin bed from her room, put it into the smaller room because the guest is just going to be there for a couple of few days. And, and it's closer
Yeah.
to the bathroom. So there is some benefit to it, so that's what we're doing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Luke.
So
Hi,
that's a
Henry.
good thing. And as you're organizing things and stuff like that, maybe containers and things like that that you had used in the past aren't as nice. Maybe they're broken, but you found another one laying in the corner that you forgot you bought. You know what I
Hi,
mean?
Timothy's.
So, yeah, just one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. Yes, make all your lists, but I think Gail's idea with the jar of your extra stuff written down on little pieces of paper and tossed in there, and whenever you can dedicate 10, 15 minutes, a half hour, whatever the time period is, throw those little papers in there and like, okay, it's Saturday tomorrow. What thing am I going to spend my time
I'm
on?
gonna start tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
gonna wake up after I have my coffee. I'm gonna pull out one chore to do before I do anything else. And then I'm gonna reward myself with maybe some gardening time. And
Yeah.
then I'm gonna come back and do something else. So
So what's one thing that you guys do in your life to help organize yourself to get some of
yeah,
those?
give us some of your strategies. What are
Yeah.
your strategies?
I know we have some lady that's like in chat that used to like clean or something at some time.
I know the everyday life of the OCGS chick is probably very, very organized. Hence her channel name, the OCDS chick. So I bet she has some good strategies.
Charles,
Oh, I
get
was
a
also going to mention I have a gardening collaboration open right now called #Weird Container Growing 25. And it is basically making a video of yourself planting in an unusual container, not a pot, not a raised bed, not in the ground, but in something weird.
I have a
Weird.
question.
Yeah.
Well, what if it is in a pot, but the pot is in an unusual spot?
Item. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Items within items. Yeah, someone actually gave me an idea I might use, but I actually thought of another weird container last night, so I'm going to make another video. I try to make more than one or two videos. I try to make three, or as I come up with items that I want to use to grow in for the
Yeah.
weird container, I'll make another video. So there is going to be a giveaway with that. So far, we have prizes donated from me, Gail Southern Living, from Heather with Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, Lori with It All Adds Up, and Bob with Robin Hood Homestead. So we have some prizes donated for that. We're going to have prizes for collaborators and prizes for commenters. So we will use the YouTube
So make
comment
sure you
on videos. There
and
is a playlist, huh?
thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. That's one
Hit the
thing.
thumbs up on those videos. And there are some videos already in the playlist. You're welcome to go by and check that out.
So, well, here's another organizing idea that I did in my garage. So my garage has never had a car parked in it, and it was insulated and sheetrocked. It still needs to be painted, but I bought a stove at the resale store for $7, and I used that during the holidays for extra cooking and baking and canning. So I also have one of those. What's that shelf thing that you have that you're going to repurpose called? A baker's rack, right?
Yeah, baker's rack.
Yeah.
Baker,
I have
like microwave. Some people would call it a baker's rack and some people would call it a microwave rack. But it's going to be my new grow station. So that's one thing I need to add that to my list. Oh, I got something else to write. Clean off baker's rack.
Okay, so another thing that I did is I went to the resale store and I bought used old sturdy lower cabinets, kitchen cabinets, and I painted them black and put plywood on the top and put I forget what the other piece of wood is it's not wood, the other board that goes on top of the wood, and I tiled it, and I got the tiles at the resale store. So now I have drawers and cabinets and things that I can put my canning jars in, and it's also a surface where I can do things that I don't want to do inside with like epoxy, stuff like that. Or when I'm canning, I have that surface, dehydrating, freeze drying. I have like a huge counter space, but now I'm eyeballing getting some more to go along another wall because I actually need more space and a lot. But so I can't remember how much I spent for the cabinets. I want to say probably total for the cabinets, the tiles, the grout, and all that stuff about $100. But it's long. I don't even know how. I can't remember how long it is.
Hunting and stuff with J&J. Welcome in. And
14 feet long.
Sorry.
No.
Wild man.
See, there's little things like this that lay on the floor that need to have go in the tote for Christmas.
A place. Hi, Robin. So yeah, there's just so many ways you could organize yourself. Mainly, you just need to start just doing one thing per day. I am guilty. I'm not coming to you as with perfection and telling you everything is organized. Because if you could
see perfect.
Yeah, behind me it might look okay, but in front of me it might look kind of have some messy spots that need to be worked on. And then
you guys knew
some spots that we would like to look better. So yeah, those cloth storage bins that you can buy at Walmart, the cloth kind with the little drawer thing, those are great. I love those. Those are great for organizing.
Happy Friday, Moon.
Addie, Crazy Crafter Adventures, welcome in.
I think Moon would be like an amazing name.
Moon, yeah. Hi, Mimi's Place, Moon over Miami.
Walking on water.
Oh, thank you for coming in, Nikki. We appreciate you.
Knickknacks.
Oh,
yeah, I know. I have some china. 2 huge 12-piece sets of china with all the plates and saucers and all the stuff. One of them is worth a lot of money. I just don't know how to sell it. I want to sell it.
Hi, Ann Philbeck. Welcome in.
I had a
playing to my green stock this weekend.
I had a girl, actually, my mother and father-in-law, when they were still around, they used to do estate sales. And then one of my best friend's parents used to do estate sales. So I used to get stuff. I used to get stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually like going to yard sales. I actually like doing that.
I used to, but now it's just like
I haven't done it in a long time, but I still like the idea of it. I don't really need anything. Really, I need to be having, and that's another thing I did not write down. We're going to make number 12. Have a yard sale. It takes a lot of time to get one together, but it's awesome to get that space cleared where you pull those items from.
I could try that.
Yard sale. That's a great idea. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. I should try that because I don't need 2 sets. It used to be I had 30, 40 family members that would come over for the holidays to eat. Mm-hmm. And so I needed all that. Now I'm lucky if I can get all my kids here. They used to up until a couple of years ago, and now it's like hit and miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're busy and working, and, one of them lives in another state.
Yeah. difficult. Does anyone have plans for Easter? Are you doing anything special for Easter, Heather?
No, I used to hang little plastic eggs out of the trees and do Easter egg hunts and cook a big fabulous meal. I don't want to no more.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Wanda Henry.
If they ask me to, I will, but I don't really want to. I have a lot to do. That's why, you know.
I do. Yeah, hubby's working tomorrow, so I'm actually going to be just pulling some chores out of my chore jar, working on some gardening, getting some yard work done. It's going to be pretty hot on Saturday, so more than likely it'll be kind of a out, work a little while, come in and rest, in and out, in and out. But I want to try to get some of these chores done tomorrow and going through next week. I probably won't do as many on Sunday because I have church things to do, but second late wife used to sell at a flea market every weekend. I was lucky to get one car in that two-car garage. Oh no.
Yeah. So, okay, that's very helpful. I will definitely look and see how I need to post. I know I have to take lots of good pictures. I know that. But I'd like to get rid of it, even if I only made like $50.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I really do need to do a yard sale myself, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off. If I could get some of these chores and that they're done, I might be able to pull off a yard sale this weekend. I mean, this summer at some point. I'd really like to. That would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, most of my stuff is just I don't know. Actually, I wish I could chop the whole upstairs of my house off. But it's actually filled with lots of children. Well, my adult children and grandchildren. So I can't. I need it. There was a reason.
Yeah.
If they were still all home, at that time. But then I only have one that's not grown out of the house, but I have 3 of my 4 kids still at home or came back home. Just 2 of them. So
Yeah. What are you guys having for dinner tonight? Heather and the guys in the chat. What are you guys having? I'm having tacos. She doesn't know. She wasn't planning on making anything.
well, you know what? So sometimes I have it in my head exactly what I want to do, but I'm actually one of those people that'll open the refrigerator, open the cabinet, and go, aha, bam, that's what we're having.
Yeah, I actually went shopping today. So what I do on shopping day is I pick whatever meal it is I'm most excited about, and I get that.
Catfish sandwich, pork chops. We upgraded to okay, nice. Do you
I actually have a video I'm going to work on this weekend. That's going to be pretty cool.
Sure, link.
I do have that on the list.
Yeah, I looked
up
on eBay one time, and the sets that they had on eBay weren't as big of a set as I have. So that was kind of challenging. So yeah, that would be good because it is.
That sounds good. Fried pork chops, fried potatoes and onions, broccoli and carrots. That sounds delicious.
Last night I was so exhausted and tired. I cut up some potatoes and I fried them and made my own fries.
I love I love all fries really, but homemade fries are really good.
Yeah. Do you guys see the little
earrings? Cute.
Little black. I can't pull it out from where I'm sitting at, but yeah, it's one of the china with the
wow.
What is that? I'm trying to think. Wheat. I think it's wheat on the bottom of it.
So tonight, Simply Jam Homestead is not going live tonight.
Okay.
I believe Scott will be going live from 7 to 8, and Brenda goes live usually at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that is Freedom Redbird. So if you follow her, I think maybe Peaceful Des goes live on Friday nights too, but I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think so.
But if
Yeah.
anybody knows the time, you're welcome to put it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, she might be at that meetup this weekend. I think there's a meetup over in Texas, but nobody ever gave me any details about it.
Yeah.
So
That.
I would have probably went, but nobody really told me anything about it. So I was just like, oh, okay, all right.
Echo's going live at 6 tonight.
Echo, okay, cool deal.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll think of something. I mean, you guys got to remember also, it's only 4. I got time. Yeah.
Oh, for you. Oh, as far as dinner goes. Oh, yeah. For us, it's almost 6. See, but for Heather, it's 4. So yeah, she still has time to figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I decided today that we were going to have tacos. So it's going to be like soft tacos with like low carb tortillas and hamburger meat, lettuce from the garden, guys. My own lettuce from the garden.
That's nice. I made a big batch of hummus, homemade hummus today, and chopped up a bunch of vegetables just for snacking on. I don't know.
Des is live at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I guess. Ah, cool.
Yeah,
I would love all beef burritos if I could. I know beef burritos are awesome. Cool deal.
I might just do that. I might just make stuff and make either nachos or a burrito.
There's not really any meat that I can't stand. I'm not a well, okay, let's go back. Let's fix that a little. I don't like liver, shrimp, lobster. I guess I found out I do like crabs in certain things.
Ooh, Alaska king crab is yum.
I like crab in certain things.
You
But
don't
I've never had lobster, but I don't like shrimp. Like I tried shrimp again, like what was it about a month ago, and I do not like shrimp. I tried it again because they say your taste changes as you get older. Not true.
What about fried shrimp?
I've had shrimp every way possible. I do not like the fishiness of shrimp. I like catfish, bass, cod, mahi. Tilapia is a little funky flavor for me. It's not my favorite. But I do like pretty much all kinds of fish.
Have you had sturgeon?
No.
Yummy. They're like prehistoric fish that they can get huge, and they've got these like scales all along their whole spine. They're like really weird looking, but it's like a white meat. It's so good.
Yeah, and liver. Yeah, one time I was at my friend's house. Her mother made liver. It looked good. I thought it was steak, right? So I took a bite of it and I was chewing and the flavor of the liver hit me. And I was like, and I ran to the trash can and spit it out. And right in front of her mother, in front of everybody. And I was like, I came back and I told her mom, I apologize. I'm so sorry. It's not your cooking, I promise. I said, I just don't like liver. But I apologized for spitting out my bite.
Yeah.
I was so embarrassed, but I could not stand the flavor of it.
Oh yeah. So here in Oregon, I will not eat the fish unless it's somebody we know that was out in the ocean. because the rivers and streams and creeks, no.
Hmm. Yeah, I like, regular fish that you can catch. Here, the main fish you catch is bass or crappie or catfish. That's mainly what we catch here. And I like all of those things.
Yeah, we have salmon, steelhead, sturgeon, all kinds of fish. Lots of fish.
Ew, that sounds gross.
Yeah. Yeah, these rivers flow in the ocean. I'm talking about away from the ocean bushcraft, not at the mouth of the you cannot go to the mouth of of the ocean from a river and stay right there. It's too busy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on the Pacific Ocean, or not on it, but near it.
near it.
Yeah. Okay. Fish. So,
Cod and mahi mahi are probably my favorite because they're mild and not overly fishy.
yeah, I really liked mahi mahi. We had that when we were in Maui. It was really good. We went to one of those, now I can't remember what it was called, an outdoor where everybody goes and eats and they have like the dancers with fire and stuff like that with their grass skirts and stuff like it was super cool. But they had mahi mahi on the plate
Yeah.
that they served.
I'm pretty much just regular fish, none of that extra seafood. When we talk about seafood, for me, it's just fish. I don't like the other stuff. Just don't like the flavor. It's too fishy, fishy. The smell is just fishy. Ooh.
That's how luau. That's how I
That's what I like about cod. There's no weird flavor. Tasteless is good. It means there's no weird fishy flavor. That's why I like cod.
so
That's
you don't like sushi.
ooh, I don't like a lot. My meat needs to be cooked all the way. So sushi is out because I do not want to own parasites inside of my body. No, thank
I
you.
used to eat a lot of sushi because I worked downtown Portland at an huge insurance company. And I had a girlfriend who was of Asian descent, and she took me to all these amazing Asian restaurants, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, all of them down there. And it was back a while ago, and they still had meats hanging in the window, like duck and stuff like that.
I could barely eat seafood anyway. Now you're not even going to cook it for me? Oh my goodness. No.
They do.
If
They do.
someone offered to take me on a date to a sushi restaurant, I would say, no, thank you. I'll have mac and cheese. Thank you. I'll have a salad at home. No, 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 no.
Oregon. Yeah, Portland, Oregon. I worked downtown, which was crazy. Gosh, how long was that ago? I'm not telling you. It was a long time ago. Anyways, um, they had some of the people down there,
Hi,
but
Gwen.
nothing like it is now. Hi, Gwen. Happy Friday. Yeah.
Salmon, I really only had salmon made for me one time. So I was at a barbecue and someone was cooking salmon like the whole time, like slow cooking it forever. I mean, I thought we were never going to eat. But, and during that time, I tried this really hot pepper that like burned my mouth and I had to drink milk and everyone was laughing at me. It was really funny. But when that went away, and I finally got to taste the salmon. I really liked it grilled the way this person did it.
Hmm.
But I don't know that it always tastes that good. I think that person was just a really
Right.
excellent
Because
griller.
normally fish doesn't take very long to cook. You only do it for a few minutes on each side. So I'm wondering if they were making fish jerky or something
Yeah.
seasoned.
No, it wasn't hard. It was very juicy and flaky and flavorful, and it was just, it was yum. It was delish. I think it was like a wrapped thing, wrapped in banana leaves or something.
Wow, Penny, that's awesome.
I like
She
tuna salad.
cool. Yeah,
I do.
cool. I jumped in. Oh my gosh, it was actually kind of scary. Back again when we were in Maui, we took one of those boats that did like a little tour, and they stopped around this one rock that's kind of rounded, and you could jump off on the end and swim there and see the fish. No bottom of the ocean floor. And my husband couldn't come with because he was sick on the boat feeding the fish on the other side. Anyways, I jumped in there, and all of a sudden I realized how deep it was, and I had to like catch my breath and breathe and relax so I didn't drown. Anyways, that was fine. I made it. It was good. It was actually
Yeah. Yeah. No cedar plank. I'm allergic to cedar.
really
Very allergic to cedar. Very allergic. Like if I touched
bamboo.
it, if I like grabbed it, like when I buy wood mulch for the garden, I have to buy pine because I'm allergic to cedar. My hands will turn bright red and I will be miserable and my lungs will start closing. Like it's bad. It's a bad allergy.
Okay.
I don't know if it's deadly, but it's just like not comfortable at all. So no thank you on the cedar.
I
But
can
I
do,
would be good for other people.
I can
knew
do I can do deep fried
cedar not
calamari.
huh?
I can do deep fried calamari, but not the round body
I
part.
like calamari. It was okay. The way I had it cooked, it was okay.
The legs only. But I've done oyster razor clams. Yeah, clam chowder. I make the bomb bacon potato clam chowder. Oh, so good.
I figured out I like clams. Kinda if they're kinda certain seafood, if they're cooked a certain way, I can eat them.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Some things have more of that fishy flavor, like you're talking about, than others, for sure. And
Yeah.
also the preparer too. Like, you know.
Yeah, how good they are at. Yeah, because there's a lot of things I've had like duck and lamb and things like not lamb, duck and something else. But there's certain things that I've never had that I had made that I wonder if maybe they really were good. They just weren't cooked right. So
Yeah, I've had grizzly.
I've had rattlesnake and
I've had
frog legs.
alligator.
I've had frog legs and rattlesnake.
But bushcraft has had everything you can't even imagine.
Oh yeah, from his
We were
living in
talking
the
about that
living
on.
in the woods thing. I know I've had rabbit, rattlesnake, frog legs.
Yeah, I don't know about squid. If it's got eyes still and tentacles, no. Ugh. Take
Had
those
an
away.
ostrich cheese steak.
Hmm.
Never heard of that. Never heard of that.
That sounds like
So,
an Australian thing. I don't know. Sounds like from somewhere else, huh?
yeah.
Duck is supposed to be dark meat and fatty, right? And lamb has kind of a different taste. Because I've been to
Heather doesn't like ham, which I like ham. So
yeah,
I'm like, what? No ham, but
I can eat like I love bacon, and I can eat pork chops, and I can eat uncured hams. But something about the curing of the ham, the smell of it and the taste of it, make me sick. It's always been that way my whole life.
yeah. Huh.
So
Everybody's got their thing. So people in here are cringing at I only eat fish in the seafood category, but that's just me.
no,
I've
that's not
always been that
that's
way.
not odd. I mean, that's
Mm.
pretty common.
But Robin has the same thing. She doesn't really like that much seafood either. I actually like a little more than her, but I grew up on crappie, bass, and catfish. Like my dad was a fisherman, a hunter. I also grew up on venison. So I don't cringe at venison. I'm used to venison. It's what I'm.
No, yeah, I don't like venison either. It tastes like rear end to me.
Yeah. Venison is another one of those things you have to cook it right.
Oh, maybe smoke the ham myself. I can cook a mean ham, I'm told, but I'll eat it.
Smoke the ham yourself. Yeah, that's an idea. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and end it for today. I have to start on our dinner for tonight. Simply Jan Homestead is not going live. So
I'm going to bury some compost.
High Life with
I'm going to go digging. And what else do I have left to do? Check on the chicks again. They're doing good.
The garden.
Yeah, I've got tons of more seedlings to put into pots.
You're doing all that tonight?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I would say I'm pretty good at cooking venison.
Worcestershire.
Because I love listening to people say Worcestershire, Worcestershire, Worcestershire. I mean, there are so many ways to say it. Just like in the collaboration, some people are saying it hyssop, some people are saying hyssop, and I'm just laughing. Calendula. Have you heard people call calendula calendula? Have you heard that? I'm like, what?
Yeah, we got 19 hatched chicks out of 24. One of them, there's a little round part in the middle that has like a little vent of the what do you call it? The thing? The thing. And somehow it must have twisted its head weird and got it stuck under there. So I'm gonna have to think of something. So we lost one out of the 19 because of that. But the 18 of them spent the night in the barn in a big tub. We made a frame with wire mesh and water and little heat pad and everything. Calendula. Calendula, when they say it like that, reminds me of the lady that helps deliver the baby out.
Wash your sister sauce. Worcestershire sauce, wash your sister sauce. Oh my gracious, that's hilarious. It took me a second. I kept reading that going, what is he talking about?
Oh,
yeah, calendula cracks me up. And when they say hyssop instead of hyssop, that
like medulla.
Calendula. I laugh so hard.
Yeah. It depends what like country that you're saying it from or what part of the states. Like everybody probably thinks I talk pretty weird.
In the gardening world, though, if you've watched enough gardening videos, you would know how to say calendula.
I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe we're saying it wrong. I don't know. Maybe we're both ways are wrong. Maybe it's something else.
Oh, maybe. I actually did go to the pronunciation where you can
a lot of that.
I listened to the version of hyssop, and it actually said it hyssop, not hyssop. So we knew it was right.
Just in case you thought it was something else, it's not.
She's got a lot of calendula. She got a lot of calendula. Yeah.
Got a lot.
But I went to it to say basil.
I like it. All right. Well, I think these people are wanting to like stop listening to us talk now. So
probably. I know I would want to stop listening to me talk if I were the one listening to me talk. So yeah. Thank you guys all for coming in and listening to us talk about organizing, spring cleaning, to-do lists, and all the strategies. If you missed that and you didn't catch all of those, wait till this live ends and go back, watch it, leave us a comment, and we love when you guys do replay. So if you have time and you missed some of this live, I think it was a good one. It's worth a rewatch.
Yeah,
Thank you
for
for
sure. Hi, Serena.
Noel.
And
Hello.
Witchcraft
Bye.
has a message for you. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That was awesome. Happy Friday, everybody. I have a video that just came out on healthy snacks, so
I need to check that out and add that to the playlist for that.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for coming in. We love all you guys. We appreciate you coming in. Appreciate the replays, the comments on our videos, the participation in whatever we come up with. And we'll see you this week for Healthy Goals Wednesday. On Wednesday, Heather and I talking about infused water and natural ways to take care of your skin. So come back on Wednesday for that. Have a great day and be blessed. Do something kind. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody. Enjoy your gardening.
And happy Friday. Woo woo.
Happy Friday. Woo.
Bye, Gail.
Bye. Bye, Heather.